The pipe opens up, revealing a bizarre underground kingdom. It's nighttime, so you can assume you've emerged somewhere within Koopa's castle. There's no sign of Wario, but that's probably because he's stationed somewhere nearby. You say, "Wario, where did you go?" As you wander through the darkness, you suddenly hear a cry for help. You turn your head to see a little figure struggling to hold onto a ledge, while above is another figure. It looks like an evil, take that version of Goombario. You say, "Who are you?" The offending figure, take that version of Goombario, turns his head. His ugly face and bulging eyes stare at you.
"I am Goombario,"
he says.
"You must be Mario."
You say, "What is this place?"
"This is Goopy's Boom Room. It's an illegal gambling ring. Even Koopa the Koop won't touch it. We're not doing too bad for ourselves. As you can see, we have our own police force."
He points to a group of Goombas watching over the group.
"They don't want anyone to leave,"
he says. You say, "We don't have time for this. We're here to stop King Koopa. We under the castle right now, right?"
"Yeah, I came with the others to meet you, Mario. So you're..."
"I'm flat out," you say. "I'm the legendary hero."
"The legend is true then? You really killed Koopa?"
You say, "No, but I've out-Kooped him more times than I can count."
"I'm not sure what that means."
You explain to Goombario what the plan is, but he's still not keen on helping.
"What do you expect me to do?"
he asks. "You have a team, right? Well, give me some of them, and I'll beat Koopa at his own game. I'm a good finisher. Take that, Koop!"
"You think you can take over the Koopa Kingdom?"
"I know I can't be bad."
"I'm certainly not risking my life."
You say, "There must be some way you can help us out." Goombario thinks for a moment, then comes up with an idea.
"If you get me up there, I can distract the guards while you sneak in. That should give you enough time to pull off the heisting of the century."
That's a nice thought, but...
No, I'm serious. I can do it. I was a bank robber. I can easily pull it off.
Was?
Oh, never mind. It was an old life.
You shake your head. If you're sure.
I'm sure. I'll get the ball rolling. I just need something to spark interest. Grab some of the loot and we'll start a bank.
You say, "Take Koopa's money if you want, but me and my friends are only here to stop the wedding."
I understand. We'll get to work then.
Goombario pulls out a key and tosses it to you. It's evident that he wants to do more, but the best you can do is stop him from getting too excited. You say, "Thank you, Goombario. Your fungal facilitation will not go unnoticed."
Heh, don't make it sound like I'm spreading a disease.
You shrug. Not like the alternative is making friends, right? You and your friends enter the castle.
So, what now?
Wario asks.
This place is huge.
Just keep alert. Hopefully we won't run into a lot of anyone. You survey the castle, which is really big. It might take a while to search all of it. One thing's for sure, though. You won't be able to sneak past everyone. Even if you try hiding under things or making very quiet, there's too many people. Maybe you could find something no one is searching for. You say,
I've got an idea. Head into that closet.
You point over to a closet, and your friends look at it, baffled.
Why would we go in there?
Moira asks. Because it's the only way to guarantee we won't be searched. Besides, it's big enough for all of us. Come on, let's get in, you say. Wario and Moira share a look, but then shrug and go into the closet. You enter after them, closing the door behind you. A few moments pass, and you hear the guards speaking. You listen for information about the wedding's location. You sit and wait for a while, and after a bit of eavesdropping, you hear one of the guards mention the location of the wedding. The princess is getting married in the main hall, the guard says, quite excitedly.
Shut up, you idiot,
another guard says.
Don't give away the secret.
But it's a really big secret. I'll never get a date if I tell everyone. The princess is so pretty. Her dress will be red with little pink flowers all over it.
The first guard laughs at the second's comment.
Yeah, you tell everyone then.
I'm not a rat. It's not even my job to inform on the guests.
Just do your job and keep the princess's safety in mind, alright?
Fine, I'm shutting up now. It was all just a big misunderstanding.
You whisper,
Did you guys hear that? The wedding is in the main hall.
Wario shrugs his shoulders.
So that's where I heard the princess was getting married off to!
You exclaim loudly. The guards stop in their tracks and turn around. You say,
Uh-oh! This is starting to look bad,
Luigi whispers. You try to think of a way out of this, but it's too late. The guards are already headed your way.
What are you lot doing in there?
One asks.
Answer me!
You pull the guards into the closet and beat them up.
We're picking mushrooms,
You say.
Why are you hiding in a closet?
The guard asks. You slowly come out of the closet and then kick one of the guards in the groin. This causes the three of them to drop to the floor. You lock the guards in the closet and steal their uniforms. You quickly change into the guards' uniforms and hide them under your clothes. You then grab their swords and sheath them before stepping out of the closet. You say,
With these disguises, we'll be able to blend in like pepperonis in a pizza. Let's do it,
Wario says as he puts on the guard's cap. Wario giggles like a madman and then begins to recite,
Pepperoni, pepperoni, I want to be on your pizza,
over and over again. You make your way through the castle, doing your best not to arouse suspicion.
We look like robbers,
Luigi says.
I don't care,
You say. You walk through the castle halls, the guards following you. Eventually, you find yourself in a room with a bunch of thrones. In front of each throne is a burning candle, illuminating the figure sitting on it.
Ah, the throne room,
Wario says.
Each kingdom has their rulers' thrones.
Wario walks up to the first throne and inspects it. You say, It's a good thing Koopa's not here right now.
Why's that?
Luigi asks.
Because if he was, I'd kick his butt from here to New York.
I'm sure that would be interesting,
Moira says.
It would, believe me. Anyway, let's get to the next room.
You go to the next room. The next room is the kitchens. Many of the cooks are crying, praying, or just sitting around. Some are stirring giant cauldrons. Others are eating bread and water. In the corner, you see a little boy, about 10 years old, crying. You say,
I guess catering for a Koopa wedding is hard work. It's slave labor,
Wario says.
I wouldn't want to do it.
The cooks ignore you and your companions as you pass, going back to their monotonous work. The next room is the Great Hall. It's quite big, with portraits of various Koopas hanging from the wall and a giant table where many Koopas sit eating. Some of them look quite aristocratic. Others are just dressed in ordinary clothing. You say, we must be getting close to the main hall.
Yeah, there should be a door out there,
Moira says. Sure enough, as you approach the room, the sound of a giant bell is heard. The door opens, and the three of you walk inside. The Koopa King stands on a raised platform, ringing the bell as guards hold the doors open. He's a large Koopa with a red cap and red overalls, and 2 large shock of pink hair.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming to my wedding,
He says.
Now take a good look at this room, because you'll never see something as beautiful as this again in your entire lives.
The Koopa King stands next to a giant iron gate, which is being held open for him by 2 more guards.
This is the last time I'm getting married,
He says happily.
I hope this is the last. But if not, well...
The Koopa King shrugs, and the gates close. The bell is rung once, and the Koopa King smiles. You duck into the doorway and huddle up with your friends.
Let's find a good spot and hide,
Wario says. You scurry into a corner, finding the darkest spot you can and squeezing in next to Moira. You quickly huddle up with the 3 of you, trying to stay nice and dry. You say,
the wedding is starting. Where's Goombario with the distraction?
Wario stands up and looks around.
Ah, here he is,
He says. Goombario walks slowly towards the 3 of you, smiling.
Friends, having fun?
He asks with a wink. You say, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be distracting the gods.
Got it in 1. Shall I begin?
Goombario asks, winking at you. Wario nods eagerly despite himself, and the first guard opens the gate. The first gate opens, and Goombario saunters onto the stage.
How lovely,
He says, smiling at the king.
we must be getting on.
The king scoffs and glares at Goombario.
Have you come to cause more trouble, Goombario?
He asks.
You're not wanted here. On the contrary,
Goombario says, winking at you.
I'm wanted everywhere.
He turns to face the king, smiling.
Your Royal Highness, may I have this dance?
He asks.
Go back to whatever hole you crawled out of, Goombario.
The king says.
We don't have time for your nonsense.
Goombario shrugs and turns to face the crowd of people. He begins to dance and sing.
This is the theme from Super Mario Brothers.
He sings songs.
I'd go into another verse, but I'm afraid I won't have the time.
The king looks like he's about to explode. He grabs a guard and pushes him towards Goombario.
Kill that interloper!
He says. The guard unsheaths his sword and swings. Goombario twirls out of the way, humming all the while. All of the guards chase after Goombario as he runs out of the room. You say,
He did it! Now the gates are completely unguarded!
I knew he could do it.
Moira says, smiling. The three of you walk out of the room. The gates are completely unguarded, and there's barely anyone in the castle at this time of day.
Time to finish this,
Wario says. You gather Luigi, Toad, Wario, and Moira for one last group meeting.
This is a one-time deal,
You say.
no going back. Once the Koopa King is dead, there's no turning back. We'll be completely free, or we'll stay enslaved forever.
Luigi nods nervously. You say,
This will be the toughest battle we've ever faced. There's a dozen Koopalings in there, not to mention old King Koopa himself. They won't go down without a fight.
We'll hold the line.
Moira says.
If they try to come through, we just need to push them back. No need to get fancy. We just need to keep them out.
No, we need to get fancy,
Wario says, his eyes bright. You say,
We've got the portal generator, the freezing charm, the flame gem, and of course, the superstar. That should help tip the odds in our favor. There's also me,
Wario says, grinning.
I'm the best fighter here. I can take 30 Koopas on my own.
I'm not sure I want to rely on that.
Moira says mysteriously. You say,
Koopa may be scary, but he's never fought a team like us. If we work together, we can't be beaten. I'm in,
Luigi says. Toad sighs.
Fine,
He says.
I'm in too.
Wario nods.
So be it,
He says impatiently.
What are we waiting for? Let's do it.
Moira looks nervous.
Are we really going through with this?
She asks.
Can we really beat the Koopa King?
I mean, he's... You take Moira's hand reassuringly.
We can do this,
You say.
We've faced worse. Don't worry.
Moira smiles and nods, then smiles at you sweetly.
I trust you.
She says.
You're an honest man.
You say.
All right, everyone. We're in this together. Some of you I've known my entire life. Others I just met this week. But today, we're more than partners. We're brothers. The Mario Brothers.
You look at your brothers, and they nod.
We're the Mario Brothers!
You say, pumping your fist in the air. Toad smiles from ear to ear.
I love it!
He says.
Let's do it!
Wario salutes.
I'm ready,
He says.
Bring on the Koopas!
Luigi and Moira smile nervously at each other, but put their hands in the air.
It's showtime!
They say in unison. You say,
Then let's-a go! We got a wedding to crash!